ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدونه مكتوبا عندهم في التوراة والإنجيل يأمرهم بالمعروف وينهاهم عن المنكر ويحل لهم الطيبات ويحرم عليهم الخبائث ويضع عنهم إصرهم والأغلال التي كانت عليهم فالذين آمنوا به وعزروه ونصروه واتبعوا النور الذي أنزل معه أولئك هم المفلحون. صدق الله مولانا العلي العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى الله على النبي الأمي وآله صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلاة وسلاما عليك يا سيدي يا حبيبي يا رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت يا حي يا قيوم تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم يا كريم أكرمنا بنور الفهم وأخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Inshallah Azza wa Jal, today we will continue with the 179th covenant from the Muhammadan covenants, Lawaqihul, Anwar, Al-Qudsiya fi Bayan al-Uhud al-Muhammadiyya. If you remember, the last dars we spoke about Al-Amr bil-Ma'aruf wa-Nahyu 'anil Munkar, enjoining good and forbidding evil, commanding people to do things which please Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to forbid them from those actions which earn them the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-munkarat. But just before I continue, I would like to, because it's in relation to the Mawlid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in Al-Quran Al-Karim that this is in Surah Al-A'raf, verse number 156 and 157. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَرَحْمَتِي وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. My mercy encompasses everything. मेरी रहमत हर चीज़ को शामिल है. तो मैं किस शख्स के लिए रहमत मुक़द्दर फरमा दूंगा, किस शख्स के शामिल हाल मैं रहमत कर दूंगा, तो अल्लाह ताला उनकी सिफत बयान फरमाई. यत्तक़ून युतून ज़का, जो लोग मुत्तक़ी हैं, परहेज़गार हैं और जो मेरी आयतों पर ईमान लाते हैं. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, my mercy encompasses everyone and everything, so I will decree it for those people who are God conscious, who have my fear in their hearts, those people who give zakah, those people who believe in my signs. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala beautifully mentions الَّذِينَ يَتَّبِعُونَ الرَّسُولَ النَّبِيَّ الْأُمِّيِّ, those who follow my messenger, An-Nabi, the Prophet, Al-Ummi, the one who came educated from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who has no teacher but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one that they find written in At-Tawrah and Injil. They find his description in At-Tawrah wal Injil as what? يَأْمُرُهُمْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَاهُمْ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Subhanallah. What is the topic at hand? Al-Amr bil-Ma'ruf and Nahyu 'anil Munkar. And what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describe as the qualities and the characteristics and the attributes of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as written in the Torah and the Injil? That he is the Prophet who enjoins good and forbids evil. وَيُحِلُّ لَهُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتِ, makes the pure things halal for them. وَيُحَرِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْخَبَائِثِ, makes the impure, filthy things haram upon them. وَيَضَعُ عَنْهُمْ إِصْرَهُمْ وَالْأَغْلَالَ الَّتِي كَانَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ, he removes distress and calamity and the burden from them. He liberates them from the shackles of slavery, because they were enslaved in worshipping idols, they were enslaved in their own desires. So the Prophet ﷺ came to liberate them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِهِ, those who follow the Prophet and believe in him, وَعَزَّرُوهُ, and revere and respect him, وَنَصَرُوهُ and assist him. وَاتَّبَعُوا النُّورَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ مَعَهُ and they follow the nur which was sent upon him, i.e. Al-Quran Al-Kareem. أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ it is only they who shall attain success in this world and the hereafter. Subhanallah. The first quality which Allah mentioned, सबसे पहली सिफत जो अल्लाह ताला ने बयान फरमाई नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की, जो तौरात और इंजील में भी मौजूद है, वो क्या है कि नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम नेकियों का हुक्म देते हैं और बुराई से रोकते हैं. सुभान अल्लाह. और यही आज हमारा मौजू है. तो अगर आपको याद हो, if you remember, we stopped at the point where he mentions, Imam Abdul Wahhab Sha'rani rahimahullah mentioned that the one who admonishes anyone, the one who calls people towards the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who enjoins good and forbids evil, should stay away from committing sins, because people generally follow and listen to those people whose actions echo the words. The words obviously are in conformity with their actions, and the actions are in conformity with their words. They do what they tell others to do. They stay away from those things which they tell other people to stay away from. But so then he mentions people will only listen to those people, okay, whose actions are in conformity with their statement. जिनका फेल उनके कौल के मुताबिक हो, उसी को लोग सुनते हैं. अगर कौल और फेल में तजाद होगा तो लोग उसकी बात नहीं मानेंगे. तो फरमाते हैं उसके बाद, وَلَا يَخْفَى أَنَّ ذَلِكَ أَكْثَرِيٌّ لَا كُلِّيٌّ you should know that whatever we've mentioned before, that people follow only those people who admonish people only after they have implemented those actions in themselves, only after they themselves do those actions, only when they themselves stay away from those actions. This rule that we have mentioned is أَكْثَرِيٌّ لَا كُلِّيٌّ. It is most of the time this is what happens, not always. This is not the end rule. Okay? ये हमेशा नहीं होता है. ये अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि लोग उसी की बात मानते हैं कि जिसके कौल और फेल में मुवाफकत हो, तजाद न हो. लेकिन ये हमेशा नहीं होता है. فَلَا يَلْزَمُ مِنْ عَدْمٍ قِيَادِ النَّاسِ لِوَاعِظِ أَنَّهُ غَيْرُ عَامِلٍ بِعِلْمِهِ. It does not necessitate, it doesn't mean that if people do not follow the one admonishing, the one commanding them to do good and forbidding from evil, it doesn't mean that he himself is not acting upon what he says. Do you understand this? If people do not follow a person, a preacher, a muballigh, a propagator of the deen, it doesn't necessarily mean that he himself is not following what he preaches. Why? فَإِنَّ الْأَنْبِيَاءَ عَلَيْهِمُ السَّلَامُ عَامِلُونَ بِعِلْمِهِمْ بِالْإِجْمَاعِ لِعِصْمَتِهِمْ وَمَعَ ذَلِكَ فَمَا أَطَاعَهُمْ مَنْ قَادَ لَهُمْ إِلَّا الْقَلِيلِ. Because let us look at the example. Anbiya Kiram alayhi salatu taslim, ये मासूम हैं, subhanallah. और यकीनन जिस नेकी का वो हुक्म देते हैं वो उस पर पहले अमल करते हैं, और जिन बुराइयों से वो रोकते हैं उन बुराइयों से बिल्कुल दूर हैं. लेकिन इसके बावजूद कि मासूम है, उनकी ख़ता हो ही नहीं सकती, इसके बावजूद भी हम देखते हैं, हम पढ़ते हैं, हम सुनते आ रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे अंबिया किराम की उम्मत में सिर्फ 3 अफराद थे. 3 लोग ईमान लाए, 4 लोग ईमान लाए, 10 लोग ईमान लाए. हज़रत नूह अलैहिस्सलाम ने अपनी कौम में 950 साल तबलीग फरमाई, इस्लाम की दावत दी, फिर भी सिर्फ गिनती के चंद आदमी ने उनकी दावत को कबूल फरमाया. तो माज़ल इससे हम ये नतीजा अखज़ नहीं कर सकते हैं कि माज़ल उन्होंने अपने कौल पर, अपनी दावत पर खुद अमल नहीं फरमाया. नहीं, वो खुद मासूम हैं. So again, what do we understand from this? The prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are ma'soom, they are infallible, they can never commit a sin. Okay? They always enjoin good and forbid evil. They always, subhanallah, follow whatever they say. If they stop someone from committing evil, they are the furthest away from that. If they command a person to do something which is good, they are the first to do it. But even then, we find that from the previous of the prophets, only a few followed them. There was only four believers in their ummah, 5, 7. The Prophet ﷺ mentions the hadith about Qiyamah, when all of the prophets of Allah will gather in the plain of gathering. A prophet will be followed by 2 followers, by 3 followers, by 1 follower, by 10 followers, by 15, by quite a large number, like said Musa a.s. ummah. But the Prophet ﷺ will say that I will look around the entire horizon, towards my right, towards my left, in front of me, behind me, above me, everywhere, I will see people. I will ask, oh Allah subhanahu, who are these people? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, these are your followers, these are your ummah, the ummah Muhammadiyah, the ummatun marhuma. Subhanallah. So by consensus they are infallible, so they can never commit a sin, but even then we find that there were only a few people who followed them. So this does not mean, na'udhu billah, that the preacher does not follow what he preaches, does not act upon what he tells other people to act upon. This is not the be all and end all, the foundational principle. It's most often this is what happens. Okay? But this is not always the case. Allahu Akbar. وَإِنَّمَا الْإِنْقِيَادُ وَعَدْمُهُ رَاجِعٌ لِلْقَبْضَتَيْنِ. Subhanallah. Okay, farmate hain, people obeying the preacher, a wa'id, someone who delivers a speech. You know, mashallah, our people, our community, we've been listening to speeches for more than half a century. Many decades. But there are many people who still commit the same mistakes, who are indulged in the same evil that they were reprimanded, that they were reminded of not to fall into, not to indulge in. 50 years, 60 years, we will listen to ulama who've come from nationwide and even from abroad. Pray your namaz on time, do this, love the Prophet ﷺ more than you love everything and anyone else, etc., etc. And still we, na'udhu billah, find the majority of the Muslims are lacking in amal. Okay? So what does this mean? Why is this happening? He says here, he gives the reason. وَإِنَّمَا الْإِنْقِيَادُ وَعَدْمُهُ رَاجِعٌ الْقَبْضَتَيْنِ. If people obey or disobey the preacher, it returns back to qabdatayn. Qabdatayn literally means the two handfuls. What does it mean? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is mentioned in Mishkatul Masabih in the chapter of Al-Qadr, fate and destiny. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the creation, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His divine power, qudra, touched Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, and there were a group of people who emerged, who were shining, they had luminosity on them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, these are su'ada, these are the fortunate people, these are destined to go to Jannah. Then there was the divine power, qudra, which touched Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. From his loins came people from whom there was a foul smell coming. They were dark. There was darkness that covered them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, these are the ashqiya, Ashabul Yameen and Ashabul Shimal. Yes? From before, it's already been decreed. Who is going to enter Jannah? Who is going to enter Hellfire? It has already been decreed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Someone who is going to follow, someone who is going to disobey, this has already been decreed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So therefore, the da'i, the preacher, should not be in despair. If people don't follow him, it doesn't matter. It's already been decreed. Those people who are going to follow his message, it's been decreed. Those people who are going to listen in one ear and take it out the other, and not follow his message, and not pave their way towards salvation, this has also been decreed. Al-Qabdatayn, As-Sa'id, As-Su'ada, Wal-Ashqiya. The fortunate ones and the wretched ones. It's already been decreed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even before we have been created. Balki Hadith Sharif mein hai, when the fetus is formed in the womb of the mother, there's an angel that comes with 4 or 5 things. Okay? One of the things is, subhanAllah, the angel, ilmul ghaib, that Allah subhanahu has given the angel writes down whether the child to be born is shaqiyun am sa'idun, whether the child is wretched or whether the child is fortunate, whether the child is going to be from Ahlul Jannah, whether the child is going to be from Ahlul Nar. It's already been written. Subhanallah. وَالدَّاعِي جَاءَ يُمَيِّزُ بِدَعْوَتِهِ بَيْنَ أَهْلِ كُلِّ قَبْضَةٍ لَا غَيْرٍ. The only task, the only reason why the da'i has come, the preacher's task is what? To differentiate between Ahlul Su'ada wa Ahlul Ashqiya. Between those Ahlul Sa'ada wa Ahlul Shaqawa. Between those people who are fortunate, who will follow his command, who will obey him, obey Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, obviously through his speech, and those people who will not obey him, who will disobey Allah and His Prophet ﷺ by not listening to his speech. Okay, if he commands them to pray the namaz, they won't pray the namaz. You will tell them over and over again, but they will still not listen, because it's shaqawa that's already been decreed. So the only task of the da'i is what? To differentiate, to discern between the two groups, Ahlul Shaqawa wa Ahlul Sa'ada, the fortunate ones and the wretched ones. यही काम होता है मुबल्लिग का, यही काम होता है अल्लाह ताला की तरफ बुलाने वाले का, कि दो ग्रुप जो हैं, एक वो ग्रुप होगा जो उसकी बात को मानेगा, और एक वो जमात होगी जो उसकी बात नहीं मानेगी. तो ये पहले से फैसला हो चुका है. दाई का सिर्फ काम क्या है? उन दोनों में फ़र्क कर देगा. वो कह देगा, अपना बयान कर देगा, नमाज पढ़ो. अब कल क़यामत के रोज़ इनके ख़िलाफ़ या इनके लिए हुज्जत कायम हो जाएगी. अल्लाह ताला फरमाएगा कि तुम्हारे सामने ऐसा शख्स आया था जिसने तुम्हें नमाज की तलकीन की थी, जिसने तुम्हें बुराई से रोका था, जिसने तुम्हें नेकी की दावत दी थी, तुमने उसकी दावत के ऊपर लब्बैक क्यों नहीं कहा? और जिन लोगों ने उसकी बात मानी, अल्लाह ताला उन्हें सआदत फरमाएगा. अल्लाह ताला उन्हें कहेगा कि तुम्हारे पास मेरी तरफ बुलाने वाला आया था, तुमने उसकी दावत कबूल की थी, वो नेकियों की रग़बत देता था, बुराई से रोकता था, तुमने उस पर अमल किया, चलो तुम्हारे जन्नत के दरवाजे खोल दिए. तो दाई का काम क्या होता है? बुलाने वाला का काम क्या होता है? आलिम दीन का काम क्या होता है? वाइज का काम क्या होता है? कि वो दोनों ग्रुप के दरमियान फ़र्क कर दे. क़यामत के रोज़ ये फैसला होगा कि अहले साद में कौन से शख्स है, अहले शकावत में से कौन लोग हैं. That's the only thing. Okay? وَلَيْسَ بِيَدِهِ سَعَادَةٌ وَلَا شَقَاوَةٌ. It is not in his control. He does not have, wretchedness or good fortune, felicity in his own hand. He can't give it. It's already been decreed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All his task is to deliver the message. That's why in many verses of the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala quotes the message of the prophets. What did they say at the end? وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينَ. The only responsibility that we were given was to pass the message, to convey the message. Rasulullah said the same thing. In the plain of Arafat, Rasulullah said to the ashab, did I convey the message? They all said, we bear witness that you have conveyed the message. أنك بلغت الأمانة وأديت الأمانة أنك بلغت الرسالة وأديت الأمانة ونصحت الأمة وكشفت الغمة. You have conveyed the message, you have admonished the ummah, you have conveyed the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have removed all obscurity from this deen, you have left us and made the two paths clear, the path towards Jannah, the path towards Jahannam. You have made it absolutely clear. The Prophet ﷺ raised his finger towards the sky and said, Allahumma fashhad, Allahumma fashhad, Allahumma fashhad. Oh Allah, bear witness, oh Allah, bear witness, oh Allah, bear witness to what they say. This is the task of every single muballigh, every single da'i of the deen who shall come as a representative of the Prophet ﷺ until Yawm al-Qiyamah. Their message is what? Just to convey the message. Whether people follow or not, whether people attend or not, it is not in his responsibility. This is the task, this is the responsibility which Allah has placed on the heirs of the Prophet. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be at the dust of their feet, inshaAllah azza wa jal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا نُرْسِلُ الْمُرْسَلِينَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرِينَ وَمُنذِرِينَ. We have not sent the messengers except as bearers of glad tidings and as warners. हमने रसूलान इज़ाम को सिर्फ खुशखबरी सुनाने के लिए और डराने के लिए भेजा है. ये नहीं कि ये कह दे कि ये शकी है या ये सईद है. नहीं, उनका मैसेज क्या है? अल्लाह ताला वो खुशखबरी दे कि जो अल्लाह ताला के अहकामात पर अमल करेंगे, उनको रसूल मानेंगे, नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का आखिर नबी मानेंगे, उन पर ईमान लाएंगे, उनकी इत्तिबा करेंगे, उन्हें खुशखबरी दे दो कि वो इंशाअल्लाह जन्नत में जाएंगे. जो नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को नहीं मानेंगे, उनकी इत्तिबा नहीं करेंगे, नमाज अदा नहीं करेंगे, अल्लाह ताला ने जो फ़राइज़ आयद किए उस पर अमल नहीं करेंगे, उन्हें डराओ जहन्नम के बारे में और मेरे अज़ाब के बारे में. That's it. We have not sent the messenger except as bearers of glad tidings for those people who follow Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, and to warn those people, admonish them, and to reprimand those people who rebel against Allah and His Prophet ﷺ. That is it. وَكَذَلِكَ الْحُكْمُ فِي كُلِّ دَاعٍ إِلَى اللَّهِ لِيَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. This is the same hukm, this is the same rule that applies to كُلِّ دَاعٍ إِلَى اللَّهِ. Every call unto Allah إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, until the day of reckoning. Whether it's you in your family, da'in ila Allah, you in your family, or an imam in the masjid, or a shaykh amongst his disciples. Okay, everyone is a da'i ila Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is their ruling. You convey the message, whether they follow or not, it is not up to you. It is not a responsibility that is binding on your shoulders. وقول الناس حصل لفلان خير ببركة سيد الشيخ إنما هو أدب فقط مع ذلك الشيخ ولو حققوا النظر لوجدوا ضرره أكثر من نفعه على مصطلح فهمهم فإن أتباعه في الخير قليل ومخالف ذلك كثير فقد أضر بهم بإقامة الحجة عليهم عند الله تعالى ولم يبق لهم عذر. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah mentions a beautiful point here. Listen to this. He then says, what people say that so and so has received much barakah and blessings because of Sayyid al-Shaykh, because of being in the company of Sayyid al-Shaykh. They say that because of adab, they say it because of etiquette with the Shaykh. You know, when they say someone is sat in the company of the Shaykh, somebody attends the gatherings of the Shaykh, so mashallah he's received a lot of barakah. They say that out of adab with the Shaykh. But if they were to look with the eye of reality, they would understand that the darar, that the harm or the harm that the person will receive from that Shaykh is greater than his benefit, according to what they understand. I'll explain this. Okay, why? فَإِنَّ أَتْبَاعَهُ فِي الْخَيْرِ قَلِيلٌ, because those who follow the Shaykh in righteousness are a few. وَمُخَالِفُ ذَلِكَ كَثِيرٌ, but those people who go against the commandments of the Shaykh are many, i.e. the Shaykh said, namaz paro. In a gathering of 100 people, there will be 5 who pray namaz. The Shaykh says, recite the Quran. In a gathering of 100 people, there will be 5 people who follow the command of the Shaykh. And the Shaykh says, respect your parents, respect your teachers, respect your neighbors, discipline your children according to these Islamic principles of guidance, of tarbiyah. But there will be 5 people amongst them, very few people who will listen to him, listen to his commandments, obey and follow him. وَمُخَالِفُ ذَلِكَ كَثِيرٌ, but those who go against the commandments of the Shaykh, those who don't pray namaz, those who don't listen to the Quran, those who don't recite the Quran, those who don't nurture and bring their children in the Islamic environment will be many. So what happened? The benefit of the Shaykh was little. The darar, the harm of the Shaykh is greater. How is the harm of the Shaykh greater? He says, فَقَدْ أَضَرَّ بِهِمْ بِإِقَامَةِ الْحُجَّةِ عَلَيْهِمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى, because now the Shaykh has established a proof against them with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tomorrow, before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Shaykh will say, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hundreds of people, 150 people were sat in my gathering. In that gathering, I told them to pray namaz. I conveyed your message to them, that obey your parents, respect your neighbors, respect your teachers, be obedient servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fulfill the rights of ubudiyyah, servitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, love Allah and His Prophet more than you love your family and your wealth and your money and your children and your fame and your fortune. I conveyed this message, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but from amongst the gathering of 100 people, only 5 followed me. This is hujjah, iqamatul hujjati alayhim. He has now established a proof against them. They will have no excuse whatsoever before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you understand? So this Shaykh, people who are flocking around this Shaykh, you know, going behind this Shaykh, you know, this fanboy club that's now started, this cult mind control. I'm with the Shaykh and this selfie with this Shaykh and selfie with that Shaykh and so forth. They should understand that the closer you are with the Shaykh, the greater your accountability on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Each gathering in which you sit with the Shaykh and he mentions to you about ahkamat ilahiyya, about awamir and nawahi, it is iqamatul hujjati alayk aw lak. It is either proof for you or against you. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, you spent so much time with the Shaykh. What was the benefit that you took from the Shaykh? What was the real implementation of his commandments in your life? How did he internalize his commandments in your life? Okay, so people should actually fear. Okay, Allahu Akbar. وَلَمْ يَبْقَ لَهُمْ عُذْرٌ, there will be no excuse for them left. Okay, they will have no reason to give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who attend gatherings of the ulama, of the mashayikh, or those who listen to speeches of the ulama, we've been listening for about 50 years now. More than 50 years since we've landed onto this show, onto these shows, the UK shows, 1970s I think, when the first people came. Since then we've been listening to ulama again and again and again, year in, year out, month in, month out, week in, week out, day in, day out. Some people actually listen to speeches 10 times every single day. But what is the amal? What did we do with those speeches? This is again, all of these speeches that we are listening to, all of these gatherings that we are attending to, they should be a proof for us, not a proof against us. But for many, they will become a proof against. Some people actually attend gatherings, just for entertainment. Say, signs of Yawm al-Qiyam. Wow, it's a hot topic today. Armageddon, we will know when the world's going to end. Everyone wants to know, when's the world going to end? Musab, can you tell me when the world's going to end? Subhanallah. What did the Prophet say about that to the Sahabi who said, Mata sa'a, when is Qiyamah? The Prophet ﷺ turned his direction to something which was more important. The Prophet ﷺ said, Ma'adata laha, what have you prepared for it? You are asking me about the end of time, what have you prepared for it? He was a Sahabi, not like us. He says, Ma'adatu laha min kathir min salatin wala siyamin, walakin uhibbu Allah wa rasulah. I have not prepared for it with an abundance of supererogatory prayers and fasts and charity. The only thing that I have prepared for Yawm al-Qiyamah is what? Uhibbu Allah wa rasulah. I love Allah and His Prophet subhanallah. So at that point the Prophet said, Al-mar'u ma'a man ahabba. A man will be with the one whom he loves the most. What have we prepared? Okay, people attending these gatherings, and then in those gatherings they learn about that the importance of the hour is music will become widespread, fornication will become widespread, disobedience will become widespread, ignorance will become widespread, people will not listen to the ulama will leave this mundane world, ilm will be taken away, etc, etc. People will disrespect and disobey their parents, and these are the very people sitting in the gathering who will do exactly the same thing when they leave that gathering. So what's happened? That gathering has become a hujjatun alayhim, a proof against them. Allahu Akbar. وَلَوْ أَنَّهُ لَمْ يَأْمُرْهُمْ وَلَمْ يَنْهَهُمْ لَرُبَّمَا قَالُوا يَا رَبَّنَا لَمْ يَأْتِنَا نَذِيرٌ. Perhaps if the da'i, the preacher, did not come to them, did not enjoin them of good and forbid them from evil, perhaps tomorrow on Yawm al-Qiyamah, the people would stand and say, Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no warner came to us, no alim came to us, no muballigh came to us, no da'i ilallah came to us, we didn't know. But because the ulama have come to us over and over again, and inshallah they will come and bless us for over and over again, there is no hujjah that is left for us. All these gatherings are now a proof against us. It is only when we act upon what the ulama say that these gatherings will become a proof for us on Yawm al-Qiyam, inshallah azza wa jal. It is for this reason, وَمِنْ هُنَا قَالَ الشَّيْخُ أَبُو الْحَسَنَ الشَّاذِلِيُّ رَحِمَهُ اللَّهُ لَمَّا مَدَحُ أَتْبَاعَهُ وَكَثْرَةَ نَفْعِهِ. He said, قال ضررنا أكثر من نفعنا والهالك من أتباعنا أكثر من الناجي لأننا نبين لهم فيخالفون فيهلكون ومؤاخذة الإنسان بعد البيان أشد من مؤاخذته من غير بيان. Allah. It is for this reason Sayyiduna Shaykh Imam Abu al-Hasan al-Shadhili radiyallahu ta'ala, when people started to praise him, started to praise subhanallah, the benefit that he extended to the people, and praised how many followers that he had, he said, oh people, listen, our harm is great. The harm that we incur upon you is greater than the benefit that we extend to you. How did he say that? وَالْهَالِكُ مِنْ أَتْبَاعِنَا أَكْثَرُ مِنَ النَّاجِ. Those who shall be destroyed from our followers are greater in number than those who shall be saved from our followers. How did he say that? He said, لِأَنَّنَا نُبَيِّنُ لَهُمْ. We make everything clear for them. This is halal, this is haram. This is the path of salvation, this is the path of destruction. This is the path of Jannah, this is the path that will lead you towards Jahannam. We make everything clear to them, clear cut. So what then happens? فَيُخَالِفُونَ فَيَهْلِكُونَ. If then anyone from my followers, he goes against what I've commanded him to do, he will be destroyed. If I've told him to pray namaz, if I've told him to subdue his calm desires, if I've told him not to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but he goes against this, my benefit, he's actually incurred greater loss than benefit from me. He's taken loss and a harm from me than taking benefit from me. وَمُؤَاخَذَةُ الْإِنسَانِ بَعْدَ الْبَيَانِ أَشَدُّ مِنْ مُؤَاخَذَةِ مِنْ غَيْرِ بَيَانِ. And the accountability and the reproach and the punishment of a person after things have been made clear is greater and more severe than before it's been made clear. After it's been made clear that this is the path towards Jannah, this is the path towards Jahannam, pray namaz, you'll be given salvation. If you don't pray your namaz, your name will be engraved deliberately. If you miss your namaz, your name is engraved on the doors of hellfire. If after making this clear, someone goes against this, doesn't pray his namaz, his mu'akhadha, accountability, will be more severe than that person who is in the Aborigines or in some faraway land. He doesn't know about the Sharia, the rulings of Sharia. He just believes Allah is one, obviously, through manifest signs and creation. Believes in the messengerhood of the Prophet ﷺ, but nothing much. His accountability will be less than the person who already knew the right from the wrong. But even then, he went against it. So this is what Imam Abu al-Hasan al-Shazili says. Our harm is greater than our benefit. Because we've made everything clear to our followers, to our disciples, to people who stay in our sahaba. So if they then go against our commandments, which will be most people because they indulge in shahwat, they will be destroyed. Allahu Akbar. فَعُلِمَ أَنَّ الْكَامِلَ مَنْ نَظَرَ مَا لَهُ لِيَشْكُرَ اللَّهِ لِيَشْكُرَ اللَّهُ وَمَا عَلَيْهِ لِيَسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهِ. So therefore it is known that the kamil, the perfect da'i ila Allah, the perfect call unto Allah, is the one who sees the benefit in enjoining good and forbidding evil, and then he thanks Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put me in a position where I am calling people to Allah, where I'm telling them to go and pray their namaz and recite the Quran and follow the injunctions of Allah, injunctions of the Quran, and I'm supporting them to pave their way towards Jannah. So he should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but at the same time, وَمَا عَلَيْهِ لِيَسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهِ. He should also understand the loss that people are getting, the harm that people are incurring because of him. So therefore he should seek forgiveness from Allah. How do people incur a harm? From the alim or from the wa'id or from the da'i Allah? In the same manner which I just explained. When he makes everything clear, it's now a hujjatun alayhim, it's now a proof against them. If they don't follow it, it's a proof against them. Allahu Akbar. وإن كانت أدلة الشريعة تشهد بأنه ليس على الداعي إثم من حيث كونه كان سببا لمؤاخذة من خالفه، وإنما ذلك من حيث أن ثم لنا مقاما رفيعا وأرفع، فلا يقال الأمر بالمعروف والنهي عن المنكر واجب، فكيف يشرع لفاعله الاستغفار. So even though the proofs of Sharia, they bear witness that there is no sin, there is no sin incurred on the preacher. The preacher, when he preaches, there is no sin in doing so. Okay? Because he does not incur a sin in respect of him becoming a reason of other people being penalized and punished Yawm al-Qiyamah. How? How does a preacher become a reason, a cause for the audience or the listeners being penalized or being punished Yawm al-Qiyamah? I'll give you an example. I just gave you this example. The preacher says, pray namaz. The Quran says, aqimu salah wa atu zakah warka'u ma'ar raki'een. For example, the preacher says this. Deen ki taraf da'wat dene wala kya kehta hai? Namaz ada karo, zakat ada karo, hajj karo. Hajj ko ada karo. And there's people in the audience who don't listen. So what's happened now? Tomorrow, Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, oh so and so, oh fulan ibn fulan, stand on such and such a day. And obviously this will be recorded in the book of deeds anyway. A preacher came to you and he said that you needed to perform hajj, you needed to give zakah, you needed to establish prayer in its prescribed time. Why didn't you listen to him? My message was conveyed through the tongue of that preacher, but you went against him. You went against what he said, so therefore taste the punishment. Taste the punishment of your heedlessness against the command of the preacher. So again, what's happened here? The preacher has now become the cause of the person being punished in the manner which I just explained. Okay? But the Sharia says that he doesn't incur a sin for conveying the message, the da'i. وَإِنَّمَا ذَلِكَ, he is commanded to do istighfar, the preacher is commanded to do istighfar مِنْ حَيْثُ أَنْ ثَمَّ لَنَا مَقَامًا رَفِيعًا وَأَرْفَعًا, because we have another station beyond this. One station is engaging with the creation of Allah, enjoining them to do good and forbidding them from evil. This is one level. The other level is the connection that you have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where you cut off from the people and you connect with Allah, where you cut off from the khalq and where you are with al-haq subhanahu wa ta'ala. You cut off from al-khalq and you are with al-haq subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? He mentions this is a subtle point. He mentions فَلَا يُقَالُ الْأَمْرُ بِالْمَعْرُفِ وَالنَّهْيُ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَاجِبٌ فَكَيْفَ يَشْعُرُ لِفَعْلِ الْإِسْتِغْفَارِ. So it can't be said that if Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahy Munkar is wajib, why then is the one who enjoins good or forbids evil, why is he then commanded to do istighfar? Why is he then commanded to seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Why is the alim, why is the imam, why is the shaykh, why is the muballigh, why is the da'i Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded to do istighfar when enjoining good and forbidding evil is wajib? Why does he have to do istighfar? The answer is this: لِأَنَّا نَقُولُ قَدْ قَالَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى لِنَبِيِّهِ مُحَمَّدٍ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. We say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded, instructed His beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحِ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَاسْتَغْفِرْهُ إِنَّهُ كَانَ تَوَّابًا. What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when Nasr of Allah, when the succor of Allah, when the victory of Allah comes, when the conquest of Makkah has happened, Fath Makkah, when people in droves entered into Islam, huge influx of people entering Islam, and you see people يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا, you see people in groups upon groups entering into the folds of Islam. فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ, glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with His praise. وَاسْتَغْفِرْ, seek forgiveness from Him. إِنَّهُ كَانَ تَوَّابًا, verily He is the one who oft accepts, who is the one who greatly accepts the repentance of those who turn to Him through repentance. Why was the Prophet ﷺ here commanded to do istighfar? فَأَمَرَهُ بِالْإِسْتِغْفَارِ مِنْ حَيْثُ أَنَّ ذَلِكَ الْجِهَادَ وَالْإِشْتِغَالَ بِهِدَايَةِ الْأُمَّةِ اشْتِغَالُ بِالْخَلْقِ فِي الْجُمْلَةِ فَلَمَّا رَقَاهُ إِلَى الْإِشْتِغَالِ بِالْحَقِّ دُونَ الْخَلْقِ اسْتَغْفَرَ مِنْ ذَلِكَ الْمَقَامِ. Because remember, all of this thing, Fath Makkah, which was jihad fi sabilillah, calling people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enjoining good, forbidding evil, engaging with the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to guide them towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This was engagement in the creation. He was engaged with the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But then just before he left this mundane world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted him to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, loved to meet His beloved. So when the Prophet ﷺ ascended from the station of being engaged with the creation to be engaged in the Creator for permanent, the Prophet ﷺ made istighfar from the lower station when he ascended to the upper station, the highest station, which was to be engaged with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This was a subtle point. I hope you understood. When I'm preaching right now, I'm not engaged with the Creator. Obviously with the Prophet ﷺ, every single minute he was engaged in the Creator. He was engaged with the Creator of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was always in the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even whilst he was with makhluk. They say about the awliya kiram के बारे में कहते हैं कि इनका qalib लोग खल्क के साथ होता है, लेकिन इनका qalb Allah के साथ होता है. Their body is with the creation, but their hearts is always with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then what do you think about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Okay, but this is just to remind. This is why the Prophet ﷺ said, "Li waqtun la yasa'uni fihi ghayru rabbi." I have such moments during the day and during the night which do not allow for anyone except my Lord. I cannot think about anyone or anything. No one can disturb me. I am engaged in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as what happened in the cave of Hira. When the Prophet ﷺ was in the cave of Hira, يَتَحَنَّثُ فِيهِ, he was engaged in the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What happened? Jibreel alayhi salam, who came in the form of Bashar at that time, but what is his power? He has in his original form 600 wings. With one wing, he destroyed the tribe of Lut alayhi salam. With one wing, he embraced the Prophet ﷺ and squeezed so much. He embraced the Prophet with so much strength that Jibreel ﷺ exhausted himself, tired himself. But the Prophet ﷺ was still engaged in the ibadah of Allah. This is what you call being engaged in the dhikr of Allah, being immersed in the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah. كما في حال الصلاة, as it is in the state of namaz, because in namaz you should be engaged and focused with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the tajalliyat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لا يؤمر أحد فيها بأمر ولا نهي للغير. It is because of this reason in namaz you're not allowed to enjoin anyone to do good or forbid anyone from evil, because you are engaged with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is a direct conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm just going to finish with this point that he mentions here. وَقَدْ بَلَغَنَا أَنَّ دَاوُدَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامِ لَمَّا شَرَعَ فِي بِنَاءِ بَيْتِ الْمَقْدِسِ كَانَ كُلَّمَا بَنَى شَيْئًا أَصْبَحَ مُنْهَدِمًا. Same Dawood alayhi salam. Whenever he wanted to build a masjid, whenever he started building Bayt al-Maqdis, Darus Salam, yani al-Masjid al-Aqsa, al-Quds al-Sharif. Bayt al-Maqdis, al-Masjid al-Aqsa, the masjid. Whenever he wanted to build the masjid, each time he used to build the masjid, the following morning it would be destroyed. So he would start again from brick one, from square one, from the first brick again. Each time he began to construct this masjid, it would be destroyed, and in the following morning he would find that everything's been turned into a rubble, been raised to the ground. There is nothing there. There's only one brick that he starts with. He starts with the first brick again. So one day he said, Ya Rabb, Inni kullama banaytu baytaka yuhdam. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever I'm trying to build your house, a masjid, it gets destroyed. فَأَوْحَى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى إِلَيْهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a revelation to him. إِنَّ بَيْتِي لَا يَقُومُ بِنَاؤُهُ عَلَى يَدِ مَنْ سَفَكَ الدِّمَاءِ. My masjid cannot be built, my house cannot be built at the hands of someone who sheds blood. Because obviously Hazrat Dawud alayhi salam used to fight in the way of Allah, used to engage in jihad, fighting against the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قال داود أليس ذلك في سبيلك. Hazrat Dawud replied, Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wasn't this fighting on your way, shedding the blood of your enemies for your sake, in your way? فقال تعالى بلى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, yes, of course it was in my way. ولكن أليسوا خلقي. But aren't they my creation? I.e., when you were doing jihad, weren't you engaged in my creation? You were not engaged with me, you were engaged in my creation, khalq, not al-haq. There's a subtle point here. Even when you do jihad, even when you go for hajj, okay, hajj might be slightly different. Zakah, or for example, amr bil ma'ruf and nahi munkar, you are engaged in the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are engaged with the people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you are engaged with the people, not with me. So engage in my remembrance, and then inshallah you will be able to build my masjid. Again, this is something that is beyond our comprehension. This is why the ulama mention hasanatul abarari sayyiatul muqarrabin. जो हम नेकी समझते हैं ना, वो तो जो मुकर्रबीन होते हैं उनके नज़दीक ये तो गुनाह होते हैं. इनका मामला अलग होता है. अल्लाहु अकबर. وَيُؤَيِّدُ ذَلِكَ قَوْلُهُ تَعَالَى لِنَبِيهِ Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is corroborated and emphasized with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructs His beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وَإِن جَنَحُوا لِلسَّلْمِ فَجْنَحْ لَهَا. If they lower themselves for peace and truce, to avoid battle, to avoid fighting, فَجْنَحْ لَهَا, then make peace with them. لأن في السلم والصلح عدم سفك الدماء. Because in making peace and in truce, there is the absence of shedding blood. It saves shedding blood. فرجح حق تعالى تأخير قتلهم وتقريرهم على كفرهم لأجل قبضتين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preferred delaying killing them and them being established on disbelief because of what has already been decreed before. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already decreed, these people are going to die on kufr, they will enter hellfire. These people inshallah will die as believers, they are going to enter Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already decreed that, so therefore He's established that. وَهُنَا أَسْرَارٌ. And this for this reason, because we didn't fully comprehend it, Imam Sha'rani mentions at the end, وَهُنَا أَسْرَارٌ يَذُوقُهَا أَهْلُ اللَّهِ لَا تُسْطَرُ فِي كِتَابٍ. There are certain subtle points that can only be, there are certain secrets that can only be perceived by the people of Allah, that cannot be written down in books. ये तो उन्होंने एक कुछ गुफ्तगू सिर की और सीक्रेट की बयान फरमाई. इसके अलावा और बहुत सारी राज की बातें हैं जो वो बयान फरमाते कि सिर्फ अल्लाह के वली जानते हैं, जो किताब में नहीं लिख सकते, ये सिर्फ अहलुल्लाह ही जान सकते हैं. तो अल्लाह ताला हम सबको अमर बिल मारूफ और नही अनिल मुनकर करने की तौफीक अता फरमाए, और अल्लाह ताला हम सबको नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की सीरत तैयबा को सुनने और पढ़ने और उस पर अमल करने की अल्लाह ताला मुझे और आप सबको तौफीक रफ़ीक अता फरमाए। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि नबिय्युल उम्मी व आलिहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, सलातु व सलामन अलैका या सय्यदी या हबीबी या रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وتوفنا مسلمين. اللهم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا كريم. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم، وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى الله على النبي الأمي وآله صلى الله عليه وسلم صلاة وسلاما عليك يا رسول الله. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.